recording? Oh yeah, it did hit record. Jeez.
You know, just rough out there, and so I didn't mind that. But when he started trying to take cheap shots when I'm not looking and stuff like that, man, that's when I gotta defend myself, and I'm not going to back down for anybody. I have a son, and I'm not going to teach him to, just to back down from anybody like that, man. There's a respect thing.
Bengals went on to lose to Jacksonville 23-7. The forecast is next. News Radio 700 WLW News Time, 736. Hello, this is Mike Pell, President and CEO of First State Bank. Thinking about buying a home? We offer traditional mortgage and government loans. Stop by any of our 12 locations or visit our website at fsbforme.com to find out how we can help. First State Bank, your home with us. Equal housing lender. Hey, it's Lance McAllister. Join me in honoring America's veterans by participating in the DAV 5K Run, Walk, Roll, and Motorcycle Ride on Saturday, November 11th at Stewart Point. Register today at DAV5K.org. Get it done at Kerry Mazda Florence and online at KerryMazda.com. Get it done with big discounts. Get it done with the financing you need. Credit problems? Kerry Mazda Florence can get it done. And Kerry Mazda wants your trade. You got to get out and see Kerry Mazda Florence with one of the best selections you'll find in all of Kentucky, Ohio, and Indiana. Just take I-75 to exit 181 in Florence. Get the big discounts. Get the credit you deserve. Get it done at Kerry Mazda Florence, your Mazda dealer. And online at KerryMazda.com.
This report is brought to you by Farmers Insurance.
Come on, guy.
Come rain or shine, it's important to be ready. Luckily, Farmers Insurance has over 89 years of experience helping customers so they can prepare for when skies get rough. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Find an agent at farmers.com.
The latest forecast from the News Radio 700 WLW Weather Center. Flood warnings continue this morning for Hamilton, Warren, Clermont, and Butler counties. A slight chance of showers, maybe a rumble of thunder this morning. Cloudy skies this afternoon with highs in the lower 50s. A slight chance of rain late tonight, low 42. Mostly cloudy Tuesday, high of 50. And Wednesday, sunshine returns with highs in the upper 40s. That's the forecast from your severe weather station, News Radio 700 WLW. It is 46 degrees right now. Our next update at 8 with Brian Combs. I'm Rick Ucchino. News Radio 700 WLW. News on demand. iHeartRadio online. On your smartphone, iPad, and tablet. 700WLW.com. 738 700WLW. There's no place more good. It's good to be the king. It's also good to be a prince.
Wow.
In Saudi Arabia, we have the new crown prince kind of consolidating his power. He put together a commission on corruption and started arresting everybody he didn't like, including fellow senior princes, and locking them up. Guess where they're locked up? In the Ritz-Carlton, Riyadh. They told all the guests they had to move out, and they've turned the Ritz-Carlton into a jail. Not with bars. It is the Ritz-Carlton. And they had to send out a letter to those who were... They didn't throw everybody else out of the Ritz. It says, due to unforeseen circumstances of the hotel management's control, we're afraid that we have to comply with higher authorities' requests. Therefore, we regret to inform you the latest checkout time will be tonight at 11 p.m. Unfortunately, we will not be able to grant any extension requests due to high security procedures dictated by higher authorities. So everybody gets thrown out. And the princes and other government higher-ups have been moved into the Ritz, I guess, awaiting trial, which there, I would think, comes along pretty quickly. And see where it goes. Changes. Nice jail. What do we got? 740, traffic, weather, all that jazz coming up, and the medical minute as well. 700 WLW. News Radio 700 WLW. What's that mean? It means the latest news at the top and bottom of the hour. Breaking news whenever and wherever it happens. The latest weather to keep you safe. Motorcycle traffic to keep you out of jams. Now you know. News Radio 700 WLW. Brought to you by Kerry Chevrolet. Attention Tri-State. Kerry Chevrolet is revolutionizing the way to buy your new or pre-owned vehicle. It's simple. Just go to KerryChevrolet.com, click approved in seconds, then shop, click, drive. Choose from one of the best selections of new Chevrolets in all Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. It's that easy. Just go to KerryChevrolet.com, click approved in seconds, then shop, click, drive. Kerry Chevrolet, easy to find. Big I-471 South Alexandria, just 10 to 12 minutes from downtown Cincinnati and online at CherryChevrolet.com. With the latest on the markets and your life, the Bloomberg Market News Radio 700 WLW.
This is a Bloomberg Market Minute. Broadcom has proposed buying Qualcomm for $70 per share in cash and stock in a deal valued at $130 billion. Shares in both companies have been halted for now. Michael Kors' strategy to win back customers with full-price products is showing signs of success. The company reported a profit excluding some items of $1.33 per share last quarter, topping analyst estimates. That's helping to lift the shares in early trading this morning. Stock index futures are a little changed to mixed this morning while crude oil rises. S&P futures are down less than a point. NASDAQ futures are up 4. The Dow futures are up 23. NYMEX crude is up almost 0.7% and just above $56 a barrel. Investor focus has turned to Asia and President Donald Trump's visit to the region. He visited Japan and goes on to South Korea and China this week. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
Traffic time, Chuck has it.
From the UC Health Traffic Center, UC Health, Westchester Hospital, nationally ranked for exceptional patient experiences. Right side's now blocked, northbound 75 with an accident above 12th Street, Covington. It's adding to the heavy traffic out of Erlanger. Westbound 275, it's the left lanes that are blocked with a wreck before you get to the airport. Right lane's open, traffic backs to Mineola Pike. An earlier accident northbound 75 at Town is clear. Westbound 275 still working with an accident near Ward's Corner. That's over on the right shoulder, and traffic is heavy out of Milford. Miles Road blocked off between Mill and Dale, and that's thanks to high water from last night's storms. Your next traffic update is in 10 minutes. Chuck Ingram, News Radio 700 WLW.
This report is brought to you by Western and Southern Financial Group.
Preparing for your financial future can be hard in today's busy world, but at Western and Southern Life, we help make investing simple. Visit us today at westernsouthern.com/life to get started.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Life Insurance Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
I've got a flash flood warning that goes till 9 o'clock this morning for Hamilton County, Claremont County, and Butler counties. But the rain has pretty much moved out. Slight chance of showers tonight. Well, first of all, today 52 the high, tonight 42 the low. Then tomorrow's cloudy and 50, Wednesday sunny and 50. And it's 46 now at 700 WL.
Radio 700 WLW. Sports.
This is the News Radio 700 WLW Bengals update. It was the Jaguars whipping the Bengals yesterday 23-7. Jacksonville moves to 5-3 while Cincinnati falls to 3-5. Jacksonville went 12 of 18 on third down conversions in the game while the Bengals went 1 for 8. Here's head coach Marvin Lewis.
That was the biggest thing. You know, you look at that, they kept their drives alive, and we didn't get anything going by converting our third downs. We had third down opportunities, and we didn't get them converted. And obviously, we got to do better on first and second down to have more of those opportunities. 8 possessions in the game, not a lot of possessions.
And Andy Dalton
played their type of game and not ours. And so, you know, that's what they've done all year is they try to hold on to the ball. And they're in a lot of third and short situations, and we converted on third down. And for us, we were in a lot of third long situations, and we didn't.
Bengals receiver A.J. Green and Jaguars cornerback Jalen Ramsey were ejected from yesterday's game for fighting after Green body slammed Ramsey and threw punches at him. Ramsey appeared to be taunting Green for most of the first half, with the fight taking place on the next to the last play before halftime. According to several reports, Everbank Stadium officials said after leaving the field, Ramsey was then seen being restrained by Jaguars personnel and stadium security. He was spotted heading toward the Bengals locker room before being restrained. More on the game tonight on Bengals Line starting at 6:05 live from the Holy Grail Banks. Right here on News Radio 700 WLW. The Bengals play at Tennessee next Sunday. Elsewhere in the AFC North yesterday, the Titans hold off Baltimore 23-20. Monday Night Football, Detroit up against Green Bay with the action tonight at 7:45 on ESPN 1530. NHL hockey tonight, Columbus Blue Jackets skating the Big Apple up against the New York Rangers at 6:45 on Fox Sports 1360. Bill Dennison, News Radio 700 WLW Sports.
Joseph Buick GMC is the home of the exclusive Joseph Lifetime Warranty. Get to Joseph Buick GMC and receive 20% off MSRP on a 2017 Buick Enclave. That's as much as an $11,000 saving. Call Jerry Bittner today or visit josephbuickgmc.com. Buick, luxurious in every detail.
Purchase a Temstar high-efficiency heating and cooling system now with a no-hassle guarantee and receive a $1,500 rebate based on make and model. Temstar, quality you can feel. In Western Hills, call Durbin Heating and Cooling at 513-598-8449.
Does it twinge when you train or tear when you twist? For every way you move and every way it hurts, Mercy Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine can help. With more than 60 orthopedic physicians and specialists, more therapists, trainers, and conveniently located sports medicine facilities than any other system in Greater Cincinnati. Find expert care at mercymovesyou.com or call 844-9-GO-PLAY for same-day or next business day appointments and stay in motion.
Coming up on 7:47 in the morning, Brian Combs here, and what's that, Houday fever, do you?
Yeah, the total domination yesterday, Paul Brown Stadium. The Bengals did set a record. Record for the fewest plays run in team history on offense. 37 plays, and 2 of those were the quarterback taking a knee at the end of the first half. So, I mean, legitimately, 35 plays, though that's worse than the strike replacement team did back in 1987 when the Bengals set the record for the fewest plays up until this point when they lost 34-0 to Cleveland. Yesterday's score, if you just looked at that, you might not realize just how badly beaten the Bengals were. Third down, the offense was 1 for 8, while the defense allowed Jacksonville to convert on 12 of 18 chances. The time of possession, which doesn't always tell you what happened in the game, but in this case it does, because the Jaguars had the ball for over 40 minutes, and the Bengals less than 20. Jaguars ran 78 plays yesterday, the Bengals 37, and in the second half, after all that controversy at halftime, you'd think maybe that would fire up the team, the offense, to make up for A.J. Green being gone. They had 16 yards total, rushing and passing in the second half.
In the second half.
Yeah.
Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. They had 29 yards in the second half.
Yeah, and on to Tennessee. I'm sure they're anxious to put this one behind them. Coming up on our news at 8 o'clock, we'll have more on the flooding problems across the tri-state. We're still seeing flood warnings along many of the rivers. That's in 15 minutes. The details on News Radio 7 WLW.
All right, Medical Minute time, and it's brought to you by Mercy Health, where Dr. Sanjeev Bhatia is a Mercy Health orthopedic and sports medicine surgeon specializing in hip arthroscopy. I know. Among the fastest growing in orthopedics you should know, and question 1 is, point 1, please explain hip arthroscopy if you would.
Hip arthroscopy is a brand new cutting-edge procedure that has recently taken off in the last 5 years, and it's a minimally invasive outpatient procedure in which we make 2 to 3 small poke holes about the width of a straw around the hip, and then insert a camera inside the hip joint to be able to look around and diagnose certain conditions and also treat problems with cartilage as well as bone spurs.
Okay, so you see what the problem is. What kind of conditions, first of all, would arthroscopy work for?
It's usually beneficial for patients who have preserved cartilage. So hip arthroscopy is technically a hip preservation procedure. So patients who still have a fair amount of healthy cartilage left, patients who have labral tears or labral problems, and then patients who also have abnormally shaped joints are really the best candidates for this.
Good enough. As always, you're going to find the podcast at 700WLW.com/help. It stands by for you. Got about 10 away from 8 o'clock in the morning. Traffic and weather and all that jazz coming up.
Cincinnati is home to major sports, big business, entrepreneurial startups, and thriving communities on both sides of the Ohio River. Did you know Delta Private Jets, a 30-year private jet operator and wholly owned subsidiary of Delta Airlines, is based at CVG right here in the Queen City? They invite you into the world of Delta Private Jets this Wednesday, November 8th, from 5 to 8 p.m. Their goal is simple, providing seamless, luxurious, and time-saving travel. See for yourself this Wednesday. Info at deltaprivatejets.com/events.
All right, Chuck, what's the latest, sir?
The latest is dealing with an accident northbound 75 at 12th Street, and it's backing traffic to Erlanger from the UC Health Traffic Center. UC Health Westchester Hospital, nationally ranked for exceptional patient experiences. Right side's blocked there. It's the left lane that's blocked on westbound 275 just before the airport. Traffic backs towards Mineola Pike. They just gave you back the center lane with that wreck, and still dealing with an accident on westbound 275 near Ward's Corner. That one's on the shoulder. Traffic's heavy out of Milford. Miles is blocked off between Mill and Daly. That's thanks to the Great Miami out of its banks from last night's storms. There's a wreck on Montana at Westwood Northern Boulevard. Your next traffic update is in 10 minutes. Chuck Ingram, News Radio 700 WLW.
This report is brought to you by Staples. Staples helps you promote your business with print materials like presentations, brochures, postcards, and promotional products designed to impress clients. And now save 20% off print and marketing services orders of $50 or more. Staples, it's pro time. Exclusions apply, ends 12/2/17.
Flash flood warning goes till 9 o'clock this morning for Hamilton, Claremont, and Butler counties. We have a slight chance of showers, but everything is moving east. So east of town, you might still get one or two, but a cloudy day and 52 for a high. Got a slight chance of rain tonight, 42. Then clouds and 50 tomorrow, sun and 50 on Wednesday. It's 46 at 700 WLW. And homosexuality in the animal kingdom is not a brand spanking new idea. It's been going on forever. But apparently in Kenya, they're just not used to it. And a photo came out of two male lions, one mounting the other, and it has upset a lot of people there, let me tell you. The country's moral police have now blamed gay men visiting the national park for influencing the animals' behavior. These lions.
Silly.
We have a Dr. Ezekiel Matua, who's responsible for TV and film censorship in Kenya, and he has called for the two lions in question to be caught and kept in isolation until scientists can determine how they acquired homosexual behavior. Despite the fact that it's quite common, it's been observed for decades or centuries, Dr. Matua is convinced the lions would either have spotted gay men or have been possessed by demons, both of which make perfect sense. In his quest to find the alternative explanation for what's well documented as a natural occurrence, Dr. Matua has called for an investigation into whether the two lions, despite their grand manes, were actually male. And as you know, male lions have the mane and females don't. He said, these animals need counseling because probably they've been influenced by gays who've gone to the national parks and behaved badly. He is the chief executive of the Kenya Film Classification Board. In defense of his own work, he told a local newspaper the animals could not have seen gay sex on film and therefore must have witnessed it in person. He said they must have copied it from somewhere or it is demonic because these animals do not watch movies. He's right about that one. He also demanded confirmation of the genders of the lions, saying we should not jump to conclusions that the lions were both male. Needless to say, gay and transgender people and others are severely discriminated against in Kenya. Punishable by up to 14 years in prison. The images which so upset the good doctor were taken by a London-based photographer during a trip to this national park. He first observed the two lions standing side by side and then one mounting the other, and the country is just agog over that one. Aghast and agog both. All right, 7:54. And what have we got? Just keeping our eye on the political advertising on television this morning. This is the last couple of days when it gets semi-entertaining because the candidates with the most limited budgets wait, and they don't have enough money to spend, so they wait till the last 2 days. And just watching some morning television, and we'll get some of it ourselves, but it is packed with locally produced ads that have a lot in common. And done some critiquing this morning, and there's more to come, believe me. 5 away from 8 o'clock in the morning, and next half hour, I think we have Steve Roberts. Steve Roberts is in Washington this morning, and there was something else big in the next half hour. That's good enough for now. Yeah, 7:55 right now on a rainy Monday morning.
Scott Snow, the issues that matter, the engaging interview, the moist towelette for sticky fingers. You'll love it this morning at 9 on News Radio 700 WLW. Live from the 700 WLW studios. driven by Mike Astrucci Ford in Milford and Alexandria. Visit the largest volume Ford dealer in the tri-state and let them save you time and money. They're #1 for a reason. That's Mike Astrucci Ford. WKFS HD2 Milford.
This is News Radio 700 WLW, an iHeart radio station.
Ticket information from 333 Seat. 333 Seat is your source for.
Y'all ready for this?
Cincinnati Bengals tickets starting below face value. Tickets and tailgate parking available in all areas, including yard lines and clubs, home and away, including Browns, Steelers, and Bears. Call 333 Seat. That's 333 SEAT. Any event, anywhere, any ticket. 333 Seat is your source for events worldwide. XU, UC, UK, Ohio State, NFL and NBA, including LeBron, Globetrotters, WWE, Finding Neverland, Broadway, Ballet, Seinfeld, Jim Gaffigan, Jeff Dunham, Brian Regan, Kevin Hart, Adam Savage, Straight No Chaser, 98 Degrees, Rudolph, Christmas Story, Nutcracker, Trans-Siberian, Jennifer Nettles, Dead & Company, David Brothers, Miranda Lambert, Maroon 5, Lady Gaga, Pink. Call 333 Seat. That's 333 SEAT.
On November 7th, Ohioans will vote on a dangerous ballot proposal that would increase prescription drug costs for nearly 2 out of 3 people in our state. The stakes are high. That's why more than 80 organizations representing Ohioans from all walks of life are speaking out against Issue 2. The Ohio State Medical Association, representing thousands of Ohio doctors, the Ohio Nurses Association, the Ohio Pharmacists Association, and the Ohio Hospital Association all oppose Issue 2. The Ohio American Legion, the Ohio Military Order of the Purple Heart, and the Ohio VFW are united against Issue 2. Ohio's medical care providers and respected veterans organizations know that Issue 2 would increase drug costs for nearly 2/3 of Ohioans. This dangerous proposal is too costly and too risky. Join Ohio's trusted voices in voting no on Issue 2, paid for by Ohioans against a deceptive RX ballot issue.
All right, 7:58 just about, and daylight saving time has gone by the wayside, and people say good riddance. And we have all the things, the problems with daylight. I don't have a problem. I really don't care if we have it or not. But the people who are opposed to it keep coming up with these arguments saying it can worsen people's depression, more likely to have a heart attack, more likely to fall asleep at the wheel and get killed in a car crash. Now, I'll bet there are no more accidents this morning than there are on a typical Monday morning with weather like this. They just throw it out there like it's I mean, haven't you ever had to get up earlier than usual? For any reason. Someplace you had to be, or to get on the road, or to catch a flight or something. Are you more likely to have a heart attack that day, or wreck your car, whatever the case may be? I don't think so.
Fall back.
So when the time changes, why is it suddenly much more likely for these sorts of things to happen?
Spring forward is when you lose an hour.
The 4 ways falling back in daylight savings time can kill you.
This guy's so stupid, man.
And one is it can worsen depression.
Mike McConnell.
You're more likely to have a heart attack, more likely to have a fatal car crash, and more likely to get mugged. I don't know why that would be. Okay, well, certainly in the east, it's dark by, 4:30 in the afternoon sometimes, so that could play into it, but it doesn't have any real effect on me or anyone I know. It's always the big them out there. And you could be one of them. I'm not saying you're not, but I don't know anybody on a personal level who complains about it. We have news in about a minute. 700 WLW.
MyCare Ohio is designed for Ohioans that receive both Medicare and Medicaid benefits that coordinates your care based on your needs. The MyCare Ohio plan that you choose will provide all of the same benefits that Medicare and Medicaid offer, including law.
Made it. Yeah, can't wait to walk up the steps. All right, boy, love you.